Let me start with you, because you had a thing about Spider-Man. I don't want to forget. You wanted to mention something about Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
What happened with
Spider-Man?
An
article. I was reading articles that before Sony took Spider-Man back, that Marvel wanted to kind of turn Spider-Man to Brie Larson's sidekick.
Yes. Thank you for bringing that up. We saw a video on the Brie Larson.
They wanted to make Brie Larson Captain Marvel more likable by having her abuse Spider-Man. So,
Okay. So let's get into that. So, we saw, who was it that posted it? Was it Geeks and Gamers? Have you seen Geeks and Gamers?
I saw a video on the guy the quartering.
Oh, okay. No, look up Geeks and Gamers. But you gotta watch. There's different guys for it. Jeremy. He's the guy in the bottom right. He has like a Star Wars hat. He's a hardcore Star Wars fan. He hates the sequel trilogies.
Good for him.
He's fun.
What a
He's
man.
fun to watch.
Okay.
So he made a video, and that's how we found out. So supposedly Disney is not as confident anymore with Captain Marvel because their original plans was to have Spider-Man be like that scapegoat to help her become more likable. Yeah, and what was it that he said? That it could be a reason why Sony didn't want to be involved in that.
I saw, that's what the video I saw too. I don't believe that because I think Sony doesn't give a shit. They just want to make money.
I don't know, but think about this for a second. And from a creative level, right? I'm sure they love where Marvel is taking Spider-Man now, but where they were going with the whole Captain Marvel thing, he was kind of just going to kind of be like this butt of jokes.
I get it, but I don't think Sony executives get it because they're just trying to make money. They don't care.
You think so?
Like, they see that Captain Marvel made $1 billion and going to be okay, this works.
I don't know, because supposedly, right? Because this is all rumors.
These executives aren't us, you know what I mean? Like, they're all old boomers. They don't know what's going on.
Because Sony lately, with the failures that they've had before, I feel like they're trying to listen a little bit more. Maybe. You know what I mean? Not Amazing Spider-Man. Those were weird.
The first one.
Spider-Verse and stuff like that. Supposedly, like, the rumor is maybe that could be a factor, because think about it. If they let their character just become this little side comic relief, because you already know Brie Larson's Captain Marvel is she's gonna be like undermining him throughout the movie. You saw
they kind of did a little bit of
Endgame. So imagine that.
Stuttering and shit.
And so imagine that into a movie where it's him kind of helping her become more likable, and in the meantime she's just kind of like brushing him off.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Sony would want that for their character. Yeah, that could be a reason.
Because Spider-Man's I think that's the most popular Marvel character there is. Like, I think his comics sell the best.
Yeah. So I think that could be a factor. Maybe not, but think about it. Part of the deal when Spider-Man came into Marvel, I'm sure Marvel told him, look, he's going to be in Civil War. He's going to have this really good Bond relationship with Tony Stark. So you kind of have your Uncle Ben there. You know what I mean? But without really having to rehash that.
Spider-Man was probably supposed to always be like the sidekick to like the face of the MCU. Because Captain Marvel was supposed to be the new face of the MCU. Yeah. For some unholy reason.
Spider-Man's like that anchor that's going to bring
he's always kind of be like the sidekick to the main character.
That brings everyone,
Yeah. So that makes sense. I mean...
And I'm sure now, Sony maybe in the meeting, they're like, okay, where are we going to take this character now in Marvel? Maybe between issues with money, right? Because, money's always the main factor.
Of course.
And now with where the character is going to go, maybe they didn't like where the character was going. Maybe there wasn't really a good pathway. Maybe he's not as important into the MCU.
They might have just seen the MCU, how it's looking a little shaky right now.
Yeah, and maybe Spider-Man just wasn't going to fit in, because they are going more cosmic now, Everything's space-related.
Yeah,
Where's Spider-Man going to be?
Why not bring Captain Marvel with the Guardians of the Galaxy? Because Captain Marvel's so overpowered compared to Spider-Man, I don't really see that dynamic really working. Right?
Yeah, that would be very weird.
Like, she flies around and somehow,
he's like a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
He's like a lower tier villain. His villains are, he's like more like Daredevil and Luke Cage and all those. Like, he's more powerful than them, but he stays around New York. He's not really going to space.
And she's super cosmic. She can go into space. She's flying everywhere.
She can be with Thor. He had a little thing for her.
Hey, Fat Thor and Brie Larson.
Fat Thor?
I'm down for that.
Cooking.
There you go.
You got something cooking there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I can see that maybe being true. And Sony right now, like, they're probably more confident, right? Spider-Verse worked, which was a great
Venom
movie.
worked for the most part.
It made money.
Yeah.
It made money.
Yeah.
What else do they have going on right now? Besides that?
Spider-Man? Just
in general, Venom, and they got Venom 2 going. They got Venom 2 going on, which I think is going to be better than the first one. I don't know. Maybe now they got more confidence, and they don't like where Marvel's going, and maybe they don't see a pathway for Spider-Man in that phase, and maybe they pulled back.
They're probably more confident now, because they had like a run where they were just fucking bombing after bomb.
Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man movies... The first one was okay.
Yeah, I like the first one.
It was like, okay, it left me excited to see more.
I thought, what's this guy's name? Garfield? Andrew Garfield? Kind of a weird choice.
He was like too cool, right?
He's too pretty.
He was like the cool nerd or something.
Yeah, like this kid Tom Holland's perfect for Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's
perfect.
I think Sony sees that where the phase, these next phases of Marvel are coming, like where they're going. I think they notice, okay, Spider-Man's not really fitting into this. I'm not too fond of the whole Captain Marvel using him as a comic relief thing, as opposed to when he was with Tony Stark. Tony Stark was a cameo in his movie.
It was like a mentor kind of.
Yeah, not, what is he really... That, and why are they going to take less money, less profit, and not that much of an impact in the MCU? Yeah. I can see them pulling away from that. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Because if it was like they had the same profit, they could sell toys and shit, kind of like boost the sales, but no, they're losing all the money.
Yeah, why make less money?
And Spider-Man's going to be a back character now. There's
no benefit at all. You're making less money, and there's less impact for him in the MCU.
Thinking, Disney what are they thinking?
Yeah, let us make more profit, and he's going to be less important in the MCU. That's how it looks. That's how, from what again, it's all rumor. Yeah. But it could be. I can see that because. Think about it. Captain Marvel right now, not a lot of people like Captain Marvel. She's not very likable as a character.
People only watched it because it was. It was right. You had to watch it to get Endgame. Yeah. Not really too much, but it helps.
Yeah, it was a smart move for them. So I can see that. And
if you notice, there's no Captain Marvel 2 in their roadmap.
No.
And that's for 4 or 5 years?
Weird, yeah, because they didn't. Black Panther 2, I don't think they announced it yet until D23, right?
No, they did it before.
Did they?
They did it when they announced Thor and Guardians and all that. Not Guardians, and everything else that they had.
Yeah, because Guardians they haven't announced either because that got delayed because of he's doing Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
You saw the cast for Suicide Squad? That looks interesting.
No, I haven't really.
It's like John Cena's in it. Yeah, it's a bunch of people. I don't know, man.
Who the hell is John Cena playing?
I have no idea. I didn't know he was in it.
He's playing John Cena.
He's just invisible.
He's in a cameo. You can't see him. So I don't know. So now that kind of, gives more perspective on what's going on with Sony and Disney. Maybe Sony is doing the right thing here for Spider-Man, Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird... We'll never really know.
I just want to see what the next Spider-Man movie is going to be because it's probably going to be way different from the MCU one, just in terms of tone and stuff. Because Venom was not... It wasn't dark, but it wasn't as lighthearted as the MCU movies.
Right.
So I wonder if Spider-Man is going to be like that.
I would love to see them to get darker. Maybe Venom... When Venom comes in, it does have to get dark,
Yeah, and I actually kind of like it because now Sony has full control and they can put Venom and Carnage in there. Mm-hmm. And that's awesome.
Yeah, they have to now, right? Because now they don't have MCU stuff anymore, so now they really have to just push their... I just hope they don't push it too much where they mess up like what they did with...
Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah, where they were pushing that Sinister Six so hard, so quick, and that's what happened with the second film. The second film flopped. Remember, what's his name? Paul Giamatti?
Yeah.
You're coming out of... Yeah, you're coming out of... Paul Giamatti did that big cliffhanger, remember? That Rhino? At the end of the second one with Rhino.
Yeah, that was weird. And Rhino kind of looked bad, too.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Jamie Foxx, too. Electro. That was weird. So, I don't know, man.
That was weird.
Maybe Sony did the right thing here. Maybe it's not just about the money. Maybe... Why make... think about it, just even from a business perspective... Why are we going to be less impactful in the MCU and make less money? We can just get
there's no game for that.
I hope. Good thing they didn't have because you heard about Falcon. Falcon was supposed to come out and help them in the second film, Far From Home, and a little cameo. Good thing they didn't do that because
been awkward.
It would have been awkward because then you expect that later on.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how they're gonna pull it off of. You can't. I'm assuming you can't mention Tony Stark anymore.
No, because that's all Sony. None of that's Sony.
Yeah, so
you can mention like you can't even mention Fantastic Four now because doesn't Marvel?
Can't mention anything. Yeah,
they can only mention the
just their stuff.
Yeah, the Sony stuff.
How do they make him? I mean, the arc does close up, or it does wrap up nicely. And
you can probably like imply stuff like maybe, for example, I don't know. You see like in the news mention of Iron Man or something.
Can they do that though? Can they mention Iron Man?
Or maybe we see like in the distance
for 2 seconds,
like in the camera, like they show like a news program or something.
Yeah.
And you see like Black Panther suit or something.
Yeah,
it's really fast, so it's kind of like ambiguous.
Yeah,
you can do stuff like that. I think
it's tough because that's the thing, and especially in Far From Home, the Iron Man gives him that.
Yeah, he can't have that anymore.
So you know what I mean?
You can have like a
what was it called?
tech suit.
Eve or something? No.
Yeah, he's gonna have to change the
Even when I'm dead, it stood for even when I'm dead, I'm the hero. It was like Edith, even or I don't know.
But anyways, yeah, you can't have that anymore.
And that was a pretty big deal, So all that stuff now, I guess we're gonna have to just act like it never happened.
I mean, maybe he can. It depends on the contracts and stuff.
Maybe, yeah, it depends on how lenient Marvel's gonna be. That's kind of up to Marvel now. Is Marvel gonna be like douchey about it and tell them no, you can't use anything? That's tough.
And maybe I don't read their contracts, so for all we know, maybe they're allowed to use everything.
Yeah, but doesn't Marvel still have one more movie with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
He's in one more movie.
So it's not necessarily all over yet. Maybe in the third movie they can figure out a way to
suit. He's running around naked all day.
Branch him out a little bit.
Yeah. Probably.
Destroy that Edith thing, whatever it's called. What was it called? You don't remember?
Not really. It was, I don't know.
Becky.
So, I don't know. Let's see. Maybe if they do have one more movie together, I can see how they can get away with trying to wrap up all that MCU stuff. And then, because I did like the ending for Far From Home. Because now it felt like, okay, now we're ready for a full-on Spider-Man movie in New York. Forget that other stuff, I'm excited for that. We got the J.K. Simmons back as James Jameson, whatever his name is. James Jonah Jameson, which is cool. They kind of did the video game route with he's like a podcaster type.
Yeah, that was weird, but
it's like Alex Jones. You reminds me of Alex Jones.
They did run Alex Jones.
So let's see, man. Maybe Sony pulling back is a good thing. I think we can. That's like pretty much some of this conversation about Spider-Man. So. Do you agree with that, or what do you think?
It could be good. They need to have some tight writing to explain away why he doesn't have the suit. And
that's the thing. That's the hard part. And I hope Sony doesn't get too carried away.
And he can't even think about Tony anymore. And
that's the thing. They have to wrap all that up.
Maybe they're gonna have a time skip, and he's a little older. But then Tom Holland looks like he's 10, so that's also a problem. But
maybe he's not in school anymore. He's working. Because supposedly, what I heard. They how many movies? 5 or 6 movies or something like that?
Like 6.
So they wanted to do the first 3 about his youth years in high school, and the next 3 about him as an adult lifestyle. It gets a little darker. I can see that. That would actually be pretty cool. Are they going to do that? I don't know. Because I think he has 2 more movies in his contract until he and I know he wants to keep. I mean, I would keep playing Spider-Man.
Yes,
yeah. Let's see, because that is true what you're saying. They could go darker now. Maybe they do a little time jump where now he's working.
Yeah, because he's a scientist type, so that could be good.
He's working. What's the villain that is a scientist with him?
Doctor. Well, in the game, it's Doctor Octopus.
Doctor Ock, whatever.
That's a very good game.
They can do something like that, or do they want to bring in the Goblin yet? I don't know.
I've never been super big on the Green Goblin.
I know they want to bring in fresh stuff, Maybe Dr. Octavius, he was one of the best ones with Spider-Man 2. I did hear this, the writer of the Sam Raimi movies came out defending Sony. I didn't watch the video on it, but all I saw was that he was defending.
I'm on Sony's side, just logically, they have no reason to do this.
Yeah, they have
all the leverage
that they pull back from the MCU. But I've always told Joshua